The Art of Waiting Your Turn Part 2. Shout out to Alex the Virgo again. Let's get to it.
I really did like it.
Yeah.
Because I did not care at all. I just kept posting and posting, and then one time just blew up.
That's really how it
on
works, though.
Facebook.
You
It
just
is.
work real hard, a lot of the time with very little positive feedback. Out of nowhere, something
Out
to
of
blow
nowhere,
up.
something you do, and
But-
you don't even expect it to go off how it
Yeah,
it did.
but it's all
You
that
never do.
work you did beforehand that prepares you to take
Yes.
advantage of that blow up. And a lot of people's like, but it didn't come yet. It's like, man,
Yeah.
imagine if you had your blow up and you wasn't ready to take advantage of it because you had the skills. That'd be tragic. You don't know if you can get another chance.
So in my last video, The Art of Waiting Your Turn, I talked about how imperative it is for you to not only wait your turn, but fall in love with the process so you can learn the lessons you need to acquire the things you want. And let me just say,
Right.
thank y'all so much for the love y'all showed on that video. It showed me how much we as humans can relate to each other on an everyday level that we often overlook. But on the other hand, I saw a bunch of comments pretty much complaining saying how waiting your turn means waiting forever, and that's something that only the middle class and up can afford, or the only people that applies to is the people that made it. And there's hundreds of stories of people who waited for their turn who never won, so why should they wait? And that's honestly a great question. Why should you wait your turn when so many people before you have tried, waited, and failed? And my answer to you is, you tell me. That sounds like a person who
Listen, before he chime in with his answer, I'm going to give mine. You see that person was successful because they waited their turn. So why do you think you don't got to wait your turn? Again, like someone said, oh, wait your turn, a 21-year-old millionaire. Because he was doing content like Kai Cenat, for example. He was a millionaire by the time he turned 14 or something like that. By the time he turned 21 or something like that. Or when he turned 20. Because he was doing content every single day since he was like 14. So he's already spent 7+ years doing content with the intent of blowing up, combining. He was getting put on. He was collabing with more popular creators like Ron Suno and stuff like that. Like, there was a whole grind that had to take place that got him to that point. So if it took him them 7 years to blow up, why you can't take 7 years? You say this person right here says that there's a thin line between waiting your turn and wasting your time. Well, like I said, you gonna be 21. You tried something and you gave up when you were 22 because you didn't pop off in a year. Now you're 28, talking about, oh yeah, I used to do YouTube. I could have made it, but I quit. When you could have just been doing YouTube the whole time. I'm not saying put all your eggs in one basket and only do YouTube. You could also get a job and, you know, get a career that allows you to do content on the side. But it's like, bro, if you give up, you're not going to make it. If you give up, you've wasted your time. You can keep doing something. That's why it's important to want to do it and not do it just so you could blow up. You have to want to do this content. Kai Cenat wanted to do this content. Duke Dennis wanted to do this content. This guy, Alex the Virgo, he wants to do this content. If you don't want to do it, then it's not going to be for you, no matter what it is. You're not going to be successful at it if you don't want to do it and you don't like doing it. Like, I don't know, people. People be blowing my what they're so pessimistic about everything.
who is either not working hard enough, smart enough, or outright just lazy. See, a lot of people, they aren't waiting for their turn. They're actually waiting for somebody else's turn. They wait for their
Right. They want to eat off somebody else's turn. Like, again, right now, I'm showing y'all an example. I got to keep pausing to answer this phone because I'm clocked in while I'm doing this. Like, you have to want to do this. You have to want to do this.
turn of what they want them to be. Maybe your parents want you to be a lawyer and go to a nice college, or they want you to be an amazing football player so they can brag to you about their friends. Or these same people, they're waiting for money, views, and validation. So they wait for their story in life to unfold like Kai Cenat or Duke Dennis. And when that doesn't come for whatever it is they want to do in life, they think they waited for no reason, when in all actuality, they were waiting for the wrong reason. Hence, waiting your turn. But really, the universe holds us back from being successful in certain things so we don't end up
RP Etika, man. RP Etika. RPX XSX.
Believe us spiritually dead from the inside, which a lot of celebrities and creators are. A lot of people chase after others' dreams because they see it makes money, or they get validation from it, or the change, or whatever it is. That's not waiting your turn, which is also why you aren't happy in the process. When you're chasing something you love, while yes, you will have your days, you should be happy. The thing you're chasing and doing, it should have have you springing out of bed in the morning. If it doesn't, then it's not your true vision. So that's normally what stops a lot of people from realizing their dream. Somebody who realized this early on and got out of it was Kanye West, who started out as a producer for a lot of artists in the early 2000s, but wanted to be a rapper. Except nobody believed in him. They told him this.
Nobody believed in him.
It's funny saying that now because it's like Kanye literally does any and everything. But they wanted him to just continuing to be a producer since he was really good at that for them. But see, Kanye felt that by being a successful producer and making all these amazing beats and songs for all these other artists, he would never be fulfilled internally because he would always be contributing to somebody else's dream instead of his own, which was to make his own hits. So Kanye stopped producing as much for some of the biggest artists at the time, like Jay-Z, and started to then take his talents and produce for himself. He went everywhere promoting his music. He didn't care whether you listened or not because regardless, he had something to say.
Now, imagine Kanye would have had some of y'all mindsets that's watching this video that's in these comments, and he would have just quit. We would have been deprived of one of the greatest artists of our time, of all time. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't give up, man. It took Kanye 10 plus years to get to where he was going. I remember Rick Ross said, I don't care what we doing and I don't care how long it take as long as we not wasting time. He said it could take 10 years as long as we not wasting time. Like, if you're actively working towards something in due time, you're going to keep chipping away at it. You're going to keep chopping rice. You're going to keep chopping wood. And eventually you're going to knock that tree down and harvest and take all the harvest. He's playing a hip hop classic, and they ignored him.
Presented himself when Jay-Z and Ludacris, which were longtime connections from his production for them, extended an olive branch to feature on his debut project album, The College Dropout. He released it in the woke, self-introspective, quirky, awkward bars. To everybody's surprise, worked. People thought it was refreshing. It made you think. It was genius even. But if Ye didn't work, or more specifically, work for himself instead of others, and he continued to just sit down and be a good boy and produce like everybody told him he should do, because that was what was socially acceptable for him at the time, well, we wouldn't have gotten all these amazing projects that have changed our lives.
He broke the mold.
You have to move based on opportunity. If you have an opportunity to make a living at exactly what you dream about, you have to pursue that. You have to when it's there. If the opportunity isn't there, just keep educating yourself as much as possible so that when the time comes, you'll be even better at that dream that you had.
Like, I'm not saying my dream is to, hold on, my mic, and being a entertainer and a content creator. Hold on. Hey, there we go. And I'm still following that dream to the utmost. I'm not quitting on that. But something like crypto or something, I seen people get rich back in like 2011 or like 2016 when that had that big spike. I seen people I knew got rich, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" So I got into it. I missed the opportunity. So what did I do? What did Kanye just say? I did the education. Like, I sat there and I studied and I learned. And then when the next time it happened recently, like a few years ago, I didn't make Keller bands because I didn't put that much money into it. But I was able to pull a few hundred out the market more than once, like to pay some bills and stuff. So it's all about educating. And then when your opportunity comes, you do it. Like, if you don't know the first thing about YouTube, you educate yourself. Then when you get money to buy that first camera, boom, cop it. When you get the confidence to get in front of that camera and say something, do it. Boom. You're taking advantage of an opportunity, and you never know where that could take you.
The other one I see a lot of people bring up when it's time to wait your turn is excuses. There's so many people who say they want to be rich, but they don't read any books on how to become rich. They don't study the mindset of rich and successful people. And more importantly, they take very little action, if any at all, to accomplish the thing they say they want. Faith without works is dead. A perfect way to spot these types of people and see somebody is not going to be successful is how quick they are to give you an excuse. Only middle class people can afford to chase dreams. This person's only successful because of his connections or because he's this race. I got a job and a family to feed, so I can't chase my dreams. So tell me how 50 Cent,
industry plant. They say, oh, he's an industry plant.
In the hood, mom was killed at a young age, lost his record deal for being shot, mouth wired shut, and had a newborn son and a girl to feed, bounced back from all of that, get another deal, achieved his dream, and said fuck you to the who tried to kill him while doing it laughing. Now, of course, that is God without a doubt, but it's because he didn't let anything stop him. He didn't let anything tell him or any situation define how far he believed he could go in life. And more importantly, he waited his turn and he recognized when it was his turn to take the opportunity.
Right.
He waited for so long. He worked for so long. He educated himself for so long. He built himself into 50 Cent. So by the time another record deal came, nobody had to hold his hand. Nobody could play on him. He was already 50 Cent, the rapper, businessman, before the opportunity even presented itself, which is the reason he was able to create, take advantage, and more importantly, see the opportunity when it presented itself.
We even brought it down to the perspective of a person that's in a staff meeting that is watching someone else raise their hand to answer a question that they know the answer to. And that means that person deserves to be ahead of you in life, because your fear of being wrong at that point is not allowing you to create your value in the workspace.
So many people aren't working hard enough that when the opportunity presents itself, they don't even see it. Most people are so tired to the point when the opportunity presents itself, they don't see it. So in their head, they just go, I waited too long and nothing ever came, which is false, because the opportunity is never going to be how you think it will be. It might not be as big and as obvious in your face as you want it to be. But if you are working, opportunities are always presenting themselves for you in the form of people, jobs, videos. So after waiting your turn, you got to be ready for the moment, because you will get your chance to shine. The difference between those who are successful and those who are not is oftentimes not that one waited a lot longer than the other, but those who are successful realized the world was theirs and they took it.
Right. You gotta wait your turn, man. Like, what it's something. There's an old saying that it says, when success meets opportunity. Something about success meeting opportunity. Success is preparation meeting opportunity. So again, like Kanye said, you educated yourself, and then when your opportunity came, you jumped on it because you already knew what to do. So that's what you got to do if you want to do anything in life. Like Alex was mentioning, if you want to do anything in life, you have to sit there and take advantage of opportunities when they come, and the way you take advantage of opportunities is by being educated on the subject. I had to learn how to use OBS. I didn't know the first thing about using OBS. Learn how to use it, made my videos more efficient. Before that, I used a screen recorder, and it was kind of cumbersome, but then I sat there and learned how to use OBS, and then that took my shit to a whole nother level. It took my streams to another level, took my content to another level, it took my workflow to a whole nother level, and I could do anything I want now using this tool. And I could get clips too. Let me show y'all. I set it up in a way where I can just take little 30-second or 1-minute clips. Like I set this up in a way that's efficient to me. I learned how to dual stream. I could stream on YouTube, I could stream on Kick if I want to. Hit that button, and then I could stream on Twitch all at the same time if I want to. And that helped my channel grow immensely. That's why I'm gonna get back to streaming. But that's another part of the conversation. So wait your turn, bro. Success is preparation meets opportunity. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. All right. So you already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.